All right, we are back with your views and my facts. You can find us on Twitter at ViewsandFacts, as well as on my website, viewsandfacts.podbean.com. We're here talking with Sean, as well as Jeremy, who is our comedian expert currently.
I don't know about that.
And he can be found on Twitter at JERBREEDLOVE. So if you would like to hit him up, if you got a question or you want to comment on the show, to either us at Views and Facts or at JERBREEDLOVE, Jared Breedlove, by all means, let us know how we're doing. So we're going to finish this little podcast up then with a little bit of trivia and just a few other milestones, and then we will let you guys go on your way, and I will thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, man. This has been fun.
It has been fun. All right, so let me just start with this. What is the one rule in comedy, Jeremy?
The one rule in comedy.
Like the golden rule?
One rule.
Is this multiple choice?
Make them laugh.
It must be funny. I will give it to you.
Dude, sick.
It's comedy 101, right?
There you go. Look, I'm proud of you.
Make it comedic.
Yeah. All right. So comedians have long pushed boundaries to see what they can get away with. I think we all agree with that.
Yes.
All right. They are normally the purveyors of individuals to where we can have changes in society and in life. So I'm just going to go over 6 different people here. So Lenny Bruce, 1964, convicted of word crimes. Anybody familiar with that?
Lenny Bruce sounds familiar, but I don't know about the word crimes thing.
All right, so around in the 1950s, he stunned audiences with unfiltered and rude teens about drugs, race, and religion, and his material outraged moral crusaders. Nobody likes a moral crusader.
Sounds like all comedy.
Yeah. So he was banned from several cities, and his act was normally had tried to get shut down. So undercover police in 1964 secretly recorded one of his acts, and then he ended up going into court, and he was sentenced to a workhouse. The verdict derailed his career, and he died in 1966. So 2 years later, he ended up dying. But a famous line from one of his routines was, "If Jesus had been killed 20 years ago, Catholic school children would be wearing little electric chairs around their necks instead of crosses."
It's true.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, so why does this matter? Could you imagine a world in which Louis C.K., Eddie Murphy, or Margaret Cho would be arrested on obscenity charges for their stand-up?
Heck no.
Yeah. So he opened up the door for the comics today and made it possible to think that someone could even be funny that way.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Pioneer caliber.
So George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words. So 1972. Do you guys know George Carlin's monologue in the 7 Dirty Words?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead. It's explicit. Say them all.
It is explicit. It's shit,
Boom.
piss,
Yep.
fuck,
Yep.
cunt,
Yep.
cocksucker,
Boom.
motherfucker,
Yep. The last one's pretty tame
And-
compared to those ones.
twat, tits.
Tits.
Dude, that's like the most like curse words anybody's ever heard ever out of my mouth.
Yeah. So,
To the whole world.
well, thank you, thank you, Jeremy.
That's right. Everybody's advertise it. This is my grandma's Facebook page. Go ahead and put it on there.
It's all for the podcast. Okay. I mean, this is look. This is an interview, essentially, right?
Sure.
And this is journalism, so you got to say it.
Hey,
right?
I got you, man. I got you.
So
It was a quote, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So again,
It was a quote.
He ended up being arrested, and his skit was also played in the courtroom. But a judge tossed out the case.
Do you know why
Good
he was
for him.
arrested? For profanity?
Oh yeah,
Obscenity or
yeah,
something.
Obscenity
yeah,
charge?
because of the monologue. Yeah, so
I mean,
That was the
70s doesn't.
70s.
It's not too far away from the 60s.
No, the 70s were pretty free, I thought. Like,
Yeah,
That's
but George
interesting.
Carlin was pretty out there, man.
Okay.
yeah, so the next year, so 1973, apparently, a man complained to the FCC that his young son had heard Carlin's routine on the radio, sparking a dispute that went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yeah.
So, famous line from that case was, "Fighting for peace is like screwing for virginity." It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, man.
So, all right. Why does this matter? Supreme Court ruled that Carlin's joke was indecent but not obscene, upholding free speech while also giving federal authorities the power to restrict offensive broadcasts when children are likely to be watching or listening.
So give the FCC more power, but it also gave people the power to not be arrested for being inappropriate or saying whatever they wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I believe it's somewhere in the realm of like 6 a.m. to like 8 p.m. is when you're restricted on broadcasts.
Let's not get into the FCC.
Oh, I agree. Now, granted, this is for normally regular, basic cable, I guess, if you will,
Or
right? 'Cause
radio.
if you get
I mean,
into
FCC is a big thing,
obviously
radio, public
HBO,
radio,
Comedy
public.
Central, so forth.
Yeah.
Doesn't really apply. Anyways, asked later about his profane style of comedy, Carlin said, "I like to find out where the line is drawn and then drag the audience across the line with me and make them happier for the experience."
That sounds like comedy.
All right. Norman Lear sitcoms reinvent TV.
Norman Lear?
Norman Lear. All right. So
When was this?
1970s. So Lear broke the existing TV sitcom mold when he created All in the Family.
Oh, dude, that's such a good show. Oh, my word.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it tackled sweeping changes of the era with such honesty that CBS ran an on-screen disclaimer before the first episodes. It balanced comedy with thorny issues like racism, homosexuality, menopause. It became the #1 show, had several spin-offs, so forth, yada, yada, yada. Why it matters, TV only started to become socially relevant in the early 1970s. The norm before that was more likely to be talking horses and flying nuns. Number 4, another individual that we had already previously talked about was Richard Pryor, gets provocative about race.
Yeah.
So this was early to mid 70s. So he would obviously talk about the N-word, so forth. And he said that one night I decided to make my own of the racial slur. I decided to take the sting out of it, as if saying it over and over again would numb me and everybody else to it of its wretchedness. So why it matters, Pryor inspired almost every black comic who followed him. And Damon Wayans went on to say that Richard basically blazed the trail for black comedy. He defined what it is. As a young black man, he was saying what he felt, and that was shocking. Number 5, Ellen Comes Out, 1997.
I remember that being controversial.
So Ellen, Ellen
She did it on her TV show.
Yes, she did. Ellen DeGeneres came out as gay on the cover of Time magazine. Her Ellen character came out in a 2-part episode shortly afterwards. And so why does it matter? She was the first lead character to come out as gay on American television, and her example helped usher in major LGBT characters in Will and Grace, Glee, and other series.
So if you watch that 2-part episode, it's awesome. Like the way that they wrote her like coming out, it was her character coming out as gay too. Like the way that they did it, it was super smart
And
comedy.
this ties into what we've talked about this entire time, which is that you have to do it in the correct, appropriate way for it to be comedy, but also still to be like, accurate and to, so they could have probably done that in an inappropriate or an inaccurate way, and it probably wouldn't have been a hit. It wouldn't have been appropriate, but they did that in the right way. So it was probably took a long time for them to figure out exactly how they were going to make that perfect, and they did. It sounds like I didn't see it, but it sounds like they made it pretty good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm sure you can check it out.
You have to write well, and you have to present these things in a right fashion for it to actually end up
Much
working.
different for TV than it is for stand-up comedy
But it's all common, and a lot of it is timing too. Even in improv, there's a very like nuanced
But you don't
kind
get a
of
second chance, I guess was my main point.
That's true. Like in
stand-up comedians, like they get slammed really hard if they mess something up, but they don't get a second chance.
Yeah, but but it is timing though. Like even like the jokes, like they're stand-up comedians. Their stuff is really, really like nailed down timing wise. Like they know it by heart. A lot of stand-up comedians, it seems like it's coming right off the cuff, right?
But they
no,
practice that
they've
shit a lot.
they've practiced exactly how they're going to deliver it, exactly
interesting.
when they're going to say the punchline. Yeah,
Because you don't get to practice that. So that's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, probably anticipating for X amount of a laughter going on.
Sure.
Or whatever. All right, so number 6. This is the last one of a few of the milestones. Then, so South Park skewers sacred cows. All right, so this is 1997 up until now, and basically from the very first episode titled "Cartman Gets an Anal Probe." Trey Parker and Matt Stone have done their best to offend as many groups as possible. In one episode, the word "shit" was said 162 times.
Dude, that was such a
They
good
have broken
episode.
a lot of.
That's such a good
records.
episode. And the funny thing is that they were commenting on another episode that came out for it was like Law and Order or NYPD Blue or something like that, because everybody's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna say shit on TV, and they only said it like once on the show, right?
Wow.
So Matt and Trey, they're like, let's just fucking say it. Let's just keep saying it and saying it and saying it. And that was the episode where they like cursed so much that they brought a curse upon the world, and like Satan came back or something like that. It's so good.
Yeah,
They've
famous.
always tied in social.
Oh yeah,
Comedic
dude,
relief.
really, really smart.
And they'll do
funny.
it like the same week something comes out, or the same month that something comes out.
same
it's a
week
social
because
topic.
every episode is a week.
Right. So they're really good at bringing up. I mean, as we talked earlier, like about the whole too soon thing,
Yeah.
they have broken the whole too soon.
Oh yeah.
idea with a lot of their
because
topics.
they make their TV shows only a week.
Yeah. So they
like
hit,
that
they
week.
hit topics when those topics are raw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
times.
So famous line from that is, "I don't want to use the girls' bathroom. If anyone can use it, it's going to be all crowded." All right. So why does South Park matter in this realm? So South Park has largely obliterated TV's last remaining taboos. Almost no topic, no matter how sensitive, has been immune. South Park is compared to trailblazing comedy as the pioneers who pushed west in the 1800s to tame the American wilderness. The wilderness is now closed, and sometime in the 90s we hit the Pacific Ocean. All right, so let's kind of close this out then with a little bit of some current stuff. So 2017, this is according to Forbes. Now, I didn't write number 10 on because number 10 just annoyed me. I had no idea who it was, so I didn't even write him down. Sorry, it is what it is. So for 2017 only, right, the highest paid comedians, according to Forbes, how many do you guys think you can name?
The top like
Out of 9? Yeah, do you think you can name 3? It's sort of like Name This Tune.
sure.
But now I'm really intrigued. I want to know what number 10 was.
It's
I
like,
do too.
You know, who cares?
So Louis C.K. is one of them. I think he may be number 1.
Well, I don't need you naming people. I mean, I'm just asking you first, though. How many do you think
how
you
many
could
I
get?
think I can get? Shoot. I don't know. I'll say
This is just out of 9.
honestly probably like 3 or 4. Like I like stand-up comedy, but I don't follow it as much as like I would like to. I'll say like 3.
Okay.
I'll say 3.
Sean?
No more than 3.
Okay.
I'll go after Jeremy and I'll say 4. Is that fair?
Sure.
Well, if you go after him,
I'll use his.
Well,
and
if
I'll
you're gonna
add
say
one.
if you're gonna say 4, then you would start first.
well,
No, I said I'll go after Jeremy and I'll name 4.
well, here's the thing. Before I answer and give a yes or no to any of these,
Okay.
if he says somebody, you either have to say I agree or disagree.
Okay.
Oh crap.
So go ahead, Jeremy.
I agree.
So Louis C.K. That's one of them.
Yes.
You agree?
I agree.
He's number 3. He's made $52 million in 2017. He's the third highest.
Third highest. Oh
He's
man.
the third highest.
I don't even think Ellen's on there. I don't know if she.
Is this stand-up comedy
even-
or is this
I don't even know if
comedians?
she. Does,
This
does
is
it
just
anymore.
comedians of 2017.
And are they going based off like also movie roles? Like if you can just look at the list,
Shoot.
can you tell us like
It's not. No, it's not going off of just. This is like stand up.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was tracking.
Dave Chappelle.
I was
He's back.
thinking about that because like, he's back, but he's
I
also
don't care
not
if you
doing-
were just thinking about
Well, I'm
it.
talking
Would
about
you?
talk for a second. So yeah, he's back, but I heard he's been doing not so hot with his like. I know he just had a special on Netflix.
He's got 2 on Netflix.
He's got 3.
Okay.
Oh,
so
3.
I would say yes, just because people know his name and love him and want him bad. So I
mean,
would
we're
say
talking about money though, not like how many people love him.
no. So I won't say that everyone's gonna be checking into his stuff. So I'd say yeah, he probably got paid pretty well.
You guys think he's on there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's number 4 at $47 million.
That surprised me though. I didn't think it'd be that high.
So he's behind Louis C.K.
Oh man, I need to get one more. 2017.
This is also good because you're taking out people that he can name.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want him to name somebody and then you can agree or disagree?
Yeah, try. You
All
try.
right.
ahead, Sean.
Tell me if this counts though. That fluffy dude, the fat.
Oh, Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias. I mean, I think he kind of.
What do you want me to say? Does that count? Like, I mean,
He's a stand-up comedian.
He got it. So I didn't know his name, but yeah. Okay, so the thing is, he's kind of trailed off. I feel like in the last 5 years, he was kind of big. I think probably 4 years ago.
look,
He's probably not big anymore.
now you're trying to talk with Jeremy about the logic behind
So-
should you name him or not. So
I mean-
you either have to say you think he's on the list or you're not.
Well, I can name one I know for sure, but I wouldn't name him as my for sure. So I'll save him. And
Okay.
I'll say Bill Burr.
Oh yes, he's on the list.
He is not on the list.
No. Oh my gosh,
should be on
that
the
is a
list.
travesty.
Where'd
This
you
was
get
according to-
this list?
Forbes.
That's a good. That's pretty good.
This is from essentially June 2016 to June 2017.
Yeah, but Bill Burr, man,
Bill
like it's
Burr,
pretty
dang.
solid.
Sorry, he was not number 10 either. I guarantee you that. It was like some Mercedes Macchiano guy or
Oh
something
yeah, I was
like
gonna
that.
name that. Well, give it to me. Is Gabriel Iglesias on it?
Nope.
All right, I didn't think so.
I mean,
Yeah, I was going to disagree anyways. so.
they're.
Well, I was gonna
I
disagree
don't
with
even
myself.
know how you guys are missing some of these people.
Come on.
I,
Well,
I'm
for
honestly
stand-up.
drawing a blank right now. And if we're talking about stand-ups, I'm definitely drawing a blank.
I mean, 2 of them, number 9 and number 8 on this list. I could see that why you guys might not name them because I'll say it's a different form of comedy.
yeah.
But 1, 2, number
What's-
1 you haven't even named
What's
yet.
the guy
I
that
know,
Does the, what's
I
the guy that does
know.
the puppet stuff?
Oh
I
yeah.
forget his name.
I mean, you got Terry Fader.
No, that's not. What I'm
He's
talking
one
about.
of them. He's the guy that does like
Okay,
the.
but you know what I'm talking
stuff.
about. Fucking Jim Gaffigan.
Well,
Well,
yeah, Jim
well-
Gaffigan.
Well,
He's on
first
there.
off, he's not a ventriloquist. You were thinking about Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Probably.
Yeah.
So now we've got 3 names out here.
Okay,
We've
so
got Terry
throw those
Fader,
two on there.
Jeff
Jim Gaffigan, Jerry Dunham. Jim, whatever they are.
oh my gosh.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham. Jim Gaffigan.
It's got Jim Gaffigan's has. Yeah.
Well, hold on. He's saying. Hold on. Who are you saying?
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
I mean, Jim Gaffigan. The only problem
Well,
is.
hold on. He said Jeff Dunham though. Do you think Jeff Dunham's on the list?
Yes.
Jeff Dunham is number 9 on the list at 15.5
Yeah.
million.
I knew it.
Now you're trying to say Jim Gaffigan?
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think that he's really funny, but I don't think he makes millions and millions. I'll say he's on the list. I'll say he's on the list.
That's pretty. I'm glad you started reading some of my body language. Jim Gaffigan's on the list at $30.5 million.
Was that fifth?
He's number 7.
7. Okay.
Okay.
So-
I'm gonna see Brian Regan.
Oh, what's that blonde chick's
No.
name?
He's not on the list.
No.
That's too bad.
Now you guys,
He deserves
you guys
it.
named one, but you guys never wanted to say if he was on the list or not.
Terry Fader.
Boom, number
Yeah.
8.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I think he's in Vegas too.
Okay, since you guys are just annoying me. 'cause
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
fine.
can't get
I
number
understand.
1. So we went Jeff Dunham, Terry Fader, Jim Gaffigan,
Yep.
Kevin Hart,
Oh yeah.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
Amy Schumer,
All right.
Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K., Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Really? He's
That's the
still
thing
killing
is
it, huh?
like, I know that they do stand up still, but
I
when
didn't
you
think,
talk about
I
like
didn't think
money,
Chris Rock was killing it anymore.
obviously he is, man. He's
Yeah.
number 2, right?
He's number 2 at 57 million, and number 1.
Is it Jerry Seinfeld?
Wow.
Jerry Seinfeld.
After you said Chris Rock, I was like Jerry Seinfeld's
Okay,
definitely on there.
okay. Now let's.
I mean, his residuals alone, he's probably
Okay.
making freaking millions.
So let's just go off of one person. You guys get one guess and one guess only to name somebody off this list. All right. I'll let you know if it's going to count or not count. But all time highest paid comedians.
All-time
You
highest.
You get
paid.
one guess before I run through the list.
Okay, go ahead.
You can go first.
Well, I already have like 3, so go ahead.
I can't think of any.
You can't think of any. We've talked about them today.
I mean, we just went through 9.
Yeah, so I don't think
All
101s
time?
are currently are like in all time.
Okay, so Jerry Seinfeld is definitely on the list.
Jerry Seinfeld is number 1 of the all-time list
Okay.
at $800 million.
My bad. I thought you were talking about we had named the number 1 all time. So my bad.
Okay. Well,
right.
no. All
I can
right.
keep going.
Go ahead.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor's not on the list.
Jeff,
Oh,
Fo-
damn
Jeff
it.
Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy's on the list.
Is Larry Cable Guy on the list?
No.
Steve Martin.
No.
Uh,
Yeah, this is
Dave Chappelle.
George Carlin.
no.
God dang.
This I believe this list was also getting into multiple other
Types of money
yeah
produced.
yeah.
Okay.
Like Will Ferrell and stuff like that. Comedian.
All right, well,
Just list it, man. I'm sure the listeners are like, this is fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Just name the list now.
Kevin James,
Okay.
Ricky Gervais,
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Roseanne Barr,
Okay, yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy,
Yep.
Bob Saget.
Oh, wow.
He did some pretty profane.
I mean, he was a stand-up comedian. I think he made more of his money on freaking like Full House and stuff, though, than that.
Could have been.
And like the funniest animals.
Ray Romano,
Yeah, he's good.
Drew Carey,
Yeah.
Jay Leno,
Jalen for sure.
Bill
He
Cosby.
did stand up
Yeah.
for a long time.
Bill Cosby was number 2, and Jerry Seinfeld. But just to show you some disparity here, Bill Cosby number 2, 350 million. Jerry Seinfeld, 800 million.
Yeah, he's got
All time.
money, man.
All right, and then so the last thing, because everybody loves movies. So top grossing comedy movies. Give me one.
Old school.
No,
Damn it.
we're talking all time. Come on, Sean.
All time.
5, 4, 3,
I think.
2,
Did we talk about one of them today?
1. No.
No,
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank. My bad.
All right, so we've got number 10, Mrs. Doubtfire. Now this is adjusted for inflation.
Happy Gilmore.
Sounds good.
This is adjusted for okay. So that was the least one. That was number 10, 452 million. Then you got MASH. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Smokey and the Bandit. Tootsie. National Lampoon's Animal House.
That's a great one.
That was 513.8 million. Blazing Saddles.
Oh, dude, that one's
one of my
so
favorite
good.
movies.
If none of you have seen that movie, you should watch it.
It's a good movie. That's number 4.
Guess Spaceballs is on this.
Anything from Mel Brooks, you should watch.
Right.
Yes. Beverly Hills Cop.
Yep.
Home Alone. Now again, this is just by the way, this is from Business Insider.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm sure things might be different, and then you get into like depending on if they did like cross genres and so forth.
Yeah.
But, the number 1 apparently, Ghostbusters, 610 million.
Dude,
I
that
was
movie
thinking
is
more
so
recent,
good.
So that's why I was not thinking like late '90s, early 2000s.
Dude,
movies.
and you're talking about Ghostbusters. You're talking about a lot of improv comedians in that too.
Okay, yep. A lot of them are from
Harold
like, SNL
Ramis
and
did.
stuff.
Bill Murray did. Dan Aykroyd did.
Yep.
A lot of those people were schooled by a very, very famous improviser or improv, like
Yeah.
basically pioneer. His name is Del Close. So a lot of the comedians that you know today, like Adam McKay, like the dude that writes all those freaking hilarious movies with Will Ferrell and all that stuff, right? Adam McKay, he got freaking trained by Del Close.
Wow.
Bill Murray got trained by Del Close. Tina Fey, yeah, he's one of the good ones.
There you go. All right, Sean, is there anything that you would like to say to wrap it up?
No, I thought this was a pretty funny podcast.
Okay. Jeremy, it's
Yeah.
been a before I close it out with a little bit of the outro and so forth. It's been great having you on.
Yeah, man,
Is
I
there
enjoyed
it. Thank you. Is there anything that you would like to say to the people, comedy, or anything that this is your time?
Yo, man, this has been great. Come and see some comedy at the Sacramento Comedy Spot. It's on 1050 20th Street in Sacramento. We have shows basically all week long. You can come see improv, stand up, sketch. It's a blast. And you guys have been, so you could probably attest to
What
it
time's
being
your show?
funny. My show's on Saturdays at 9 p.m. So come about 8:45 and get in line because it's usually packed. So
All right, if you're in the Sacramento area, as it was just stated on Saturdays, come see Jeremy. Again, you can find him at JREBREEDLOVE on Twitter. You can find us at Views and Facts. Also on Facebook, let us know how we did. If you have any questions for anybody, by all means, send them in. And again, the Comedy Spot down in Sacramento, go check it out, the Anti-Cooperation League. And we enjoyed having you listen to us today. And we look forward to publishing future episodes. Have a good one.
Bye.